Hello everyone, my name is XBenedict54 and welcome back to the channel. So, it's been quite a while, and as you can tell from this kind of new setup that we got back here, as well as like kind of all around me with this new camera angle, I've been busy. I've been very busy. Both with my personal life and mental state, as well as just trying to figure things out. But now I believe I'm a little bit better, and I want to discuss some things. We got some new stuff around here. I got a brand new stand for my camera, so now hopefully that will be able to fix a lot of things. And I got this nice little ring light over here. I'm gonna put it into frame actually for you guys. Yeah. So yeah, now we have official lighting. This will hereby make this a lot better now for the sake of the channel. I'm coming in with a brand new mind, a brand new perspective, and a whole other thing. So, as I'm sure you are all aware, this is the Q&A video. I'm terribly sorry for those who submitted your questions and it did not come out when it was expected. Originally, I planned to do this as like an animated thing, make it more fun, interesting, but with all the projects that I've been dealing with, and also my mental state and many other things, it just didn't really seem like I had the time to do it. So I decided here and now I was just gonna put it out there, do this, and see what happens. So yeah, I'm doing a live action instead of animation, which is kind of bad because I said I was gonna do more animation. But I guess this also works because, you know, changes had to be made, and this is one step in the right direction. Anyways, with all that out of the way, let's read your questions and do whatever's gonna happen, you know? Yeah, I'm nervous. Do you exist? Well, I would think I do, considering I'm making this video and I've made a bunch of videos like this on the channel. But who's to say? Maybe I don't exist. You never know. When did you start animating? That is a very good question that I really do not have a proper answer to. Much like, I feel like many animators, they start young, like very small age. They see it on like platform like YouTube or Newgrounds, and they're like, "Oh wow, I can do that." Short answer is you can't. At least not yet. You gotta build things up. Like any kid who discovered it for the first time and wanted to do it, I was like, yes. And then when I got it, I'm like, no. And then that happened. So, yeah. The best advice I can give is that you continue to pursue it, learn from others, and make what you want to make. Those are like the three main steps to making something great, which is what I'm doing currently on this channel. So, yeah, I think it's working. What other movies am I going to do for the Movie Men podcast? That is a complicated question, but kind of easy to explain. The way it works is I either see it by myself or I see it with IC or X, and we either find a way to collaborate and talk about it, or that. It really just depends on what we're able to look at and see. Like, for example, me and IC, we want to talk about like the Batman, and we also want to see a lot of other stuff that we have not seen already, like Black Adam. We want to talk about that, but we haven't seen it yet, or Wakanda Forever. So it really just depends on how our schedules are and whether or not we can like meet up and like watch the film and then do the Movie Men podcast episode. So it really depends on timing. But as for what's to come in the future, like I said, I can't really answer that. All I can say is that whatever we decide to take a look at or review is probably what's going to happen then. So stay tuned for that if you can, because that's really what's going to happen, honestly. Did you ever play the original Lego Star Wars? Kinda. I don't know. The only time that I remember is that I was at a friend's place, and we played through some of the original, not the entirety of it. But yeah, I do remember I was at another friend's one time and we did play like the Clone Wars version, so that was fun. But I grew up with a lot of Lego games. Like they're some of my favorites. I grew up with Lego Batman, Lego Batman 2, Lego Batman 3. I love that trilogy. Uh, Lego Indiana Jones. Those were fun. And a few others. I played a few others off and on, like Lego Jurassic Park, Incredibles, and other stuff. I need to do some others that are probably in the future. Like I need to play Skywalker Saga, but otherwise, that's about it. I don't have much to bring as insight on that. Are you good at making memes? No, no, I'm not. I wish I was, and I may say that this may look like a good meme, but in all actuality, perhaps it won't. Who knows? Maybe just maybe someone just has a list of the memes that I've said these should be memes, and maybe they're just making them. Who knows? But no, I would say I'm not good at making memes. Do you have a favorite superhero? I hate questions like this because I am such a big comic book and manga and like so many other like forms of media fan that it's like I can never choose just one. I have to have a list, and it's like it keeps growing ever so largely almost every month. So it's like really hard to keep track of it. The short answer is no, I don't have a favorite superhero, but I do have a list. And yeah, so we're gonna list them. Off the top of my head, the best ones that I could think of are Shazam, Flash, like Batman. I also like Superman. We'll go with Cyborg as well. We'll go with Astro Boy. Astro Boy is always a classic. Mega Man, even though they aren't technically superheroes, they're superheroes to me, and that's all that matters. Spider-Man, obviously. I love multiple different versions of Spider-Man, like Miles, Gwen, and just there's a whole bunch that I could just list off here, but I'm not going to for the sake of not boring you all with it. But I will probably make a list of the ones that I actually enjoy while editing this video. So yeah, if you want to pause it and take a look at this list right here, please do. Do you have a favorite anime? Again, it's questions like this that are so hard for me to answer because I don't have a distinctive one. I have a list. I have a full-on list. And it's not just anime. I have also a full-on manga list that I want to see made into anime. And if they were done like the proper way, it would be like pristine, precise, like works of art, and they would be my favorites, even though everyone else would probably think otherwise because I'm weird like that. My favorite animes right now are Jujutsu Kaisen, Tokyo Revengers, My Hero. I love One Punch Man, Mob Psycho. I'm really excited for One's new series. I forget what it's called, but I know that's coming out. And there are just so many. There are so many like ones out there that again I'm just gonna list over here because if I can't think of them off the top of my head. But yeah, and I also enjoy Dragon Ball. Specifically Z and Super. Those two are great. And Spy X Family. I'm really enjoying Spy X Family right now. And here's one. I'm going to go on a little rant here real quick. I need more people to watch Odd Taxi because it is so good and it deserves a second season. Like, really. It deserves it. I want people to watch this more because it is such a good anime. And trust me, by the look of it, it's not B-Stars. If you think it's B-Stars, it's not that. Please give Odd Taxi a watch. It is so good. What's your favorite Sith Lord character? General Grievous, without a doubt. He's awesome. Favorite comic book? Again, like, really, do we have to go this route? It's like, again, it's like a giant list. I have to just list them out because I can't do it. I'd say comic-wise, there's a lot of them that I like. I like a lot of the stuff with the New 52 things. I like those iterations. But I also mainly enjoy kind of what the Lego DC Supervillains game is based off of, where the Crime Syndicate join in. Because it's like an evil Justice League, and I really enjoy that. I'll tell you what I can list a lot of manga that I've read that I believe all of you should check out because it's really good. And it's like manga is more what I typically read nowadays rather than comics. Even though I still keep up with comics, but I mostly read manga. Right now, the most manga that I own right here is Spy X Family because I'm really loving that so far. Otherwise, a lot of main ones that I'm reading nowadays are Mashal, which you should really check out if you really like Harry Potter and One Punch Man because it's like a combination of both of those things and it's really good. Like I said, I'm reading Jujutsu Kaisen. There's also JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I'm reading that, as well as My Hero, One Punch Man, of course. I'm also starting to read Komi Can't Communicate, which I think is really good so far. And I'm also really, really enjoying Sakamoto Days. It's like my favorite manga so far, and if it was adapted in the correct way, it would be my favorite anime of all time. Like, no questions. I could make a full-on analysis video on it. It would be so good. Like, I love Sakamoto Days. And I hear that it may get an anime adaptation, and I really hope it does. But if it doesn't, it's still going to be really good. I just need more people to read it because it is so good. What got you started to do YouTube videos? Okay, we're gonna get very personal here, like really, really personal. So yeah, this is kind of the origin story for me, I guess. So yeah, here we go. When I was young, I always had this creative like talent or idea of expression that involved like animation and just like sharing stories and writing stories, and I thought that was really great. And I found YouTube, and I thought that would be a good creative outlet for me to express myself and show it. But I was too afraid to do it. I would make videos on my spare time and not really upload them, and it just didn't seem like anything. But then the worst happened with the pandemic, and ever since then, everyone was kind of sad and feeling down, and something within me was just like, if I can at least make one person smile through a connection on YouTube, I'll make a difference. And that's really all that I care about. So, on one day in the pandemic, I just started making videos. I started making a bunch of them. I didn't know what I was going to do. I just decided to express myself with some talents, and somehow I gained a following. Mostly through a series that I hate doing, which is the Gumball Out of Context, but some people stuck with me throughout thick and thin when everything was just not working in my favor, and somehow it was just great. Somehow I gained the success that I did, and I'm here to this day. I'm making this Q&A video right now for you guys, and I can't thank you enough for that. I never would have thought that me just trying to make people happy during a time of crisis would be like a great starting point for me on this interesting and amazing journey. Like, really, from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys so much for just watching this stupid little channel and my animations and everything else that I post on here, because this is really something. And while we're on the subject of that, ever since I started this channel, I started to realize that I have more diversity with what I want to do. So that's why I made a lot of side channels. So if you want to drop by those and subscribe and leave a like and stuff with some of the things I'm going to be doing, then I definitely recommend that. 'Cause that's really what it's all about. Just making stuff and making people happy. That's all I strive to do. There's a very loud siren outside. I don't know if you guys can hear it. That is essentially all that I want to do, though. Just make you guys happy, smile, be there for you, and that's about it. That's the whole reason why I made the channel in the first place, and why I've been doing this constantly. Or at least trying to get back into it, since I've kind of fallen out of it after a while. Again, though, thank you guys. You're amazing. What is the significance of the 54 in your name? So that's a funny story. Uh, One time when I was hanging out with X, and I said I was thinking about starting a YouTube channel. This was way before like everything happened, like I just stated before. But essentially, I was like, if I ever make a channel, I'm just gonna make my username be Eggs Benedict, and then play FNAF Sister Location and have that be like a joke. Have that whole thing be like a really big joke. And for some reason, that just kind of stuck with me. Everyone was like, yeah, that would be a pretty funny nickname and stuff. But then when I went to create the channel and type it in, it was like, you cannot use this name because it's already taken or something. And I was like, okay, well, I'll just think of a random number. And for some reason, 54, I always think about 54 for some reason. Like, it's just a number that's always stuck with me for some reason. So I just put 54 on there, typed that in, and bam, that was just how the channel was created. So it's always been like that as its username, and that's pretty much just it. I'm sorry if you were expecting some deep psychological thing, especially after what I just talked about. But really, that is the truth. I made it as a joke, and it just went so far with this, and it became such a thing with me that it was just like, yeah, I can make this work. It'll be funny. It'll be good. So I did that, and I feel like that's great. Do you pour the milk first or the cereal first? Really good question. I am one of those people who put the cereal in first, and then I put the milk in because then you get that excellent sound, and I don't know why. It's just really satisfying, I guess. Like, you pour it in, it does like that weird crinkling sound or something, and it's like perfect. I don't know how to explain it. It's just really good, and that's what I do. I'm sorry if that's the wrong answer, but I really don't care. That is just how I do it, and that's great. Well, I am out of questions. So I guess the story and this video is over. Why didn't I say story? Doesn't really matter. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for your questions. And if you want to do this again sometime, if we hit kind of a major milestone like we just did here, please let me know. Yeah. And don't feel bad if your question wasn't answered in this video, because I had like these specific ones picked out. And like I said, this video was originally supposed to be animated, but then it wasn't, and I lost everything, and then had to kind of regroup it. So yeah, I'm sorry if your question was not answered in this, but don't worry. If I make another one, which hopefully I will be sure to add yours. But anyways, I believe for now that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you all have a great day, and stay frosty.